Sophia Sampo. She was nothing. Leave her be. We shall see.
Ahmed turns his boat and heads to Constantinople to capture Sophia hostage. As Ezio suffers the boat journey home with impatience, he takes his time to view the fifth and final Masyaf key. It is 1257, and Altair is 92. The Mongols are advancing quickly from the east, and a recent inductee in the order, Niccolo Polo, is being given a vital task: to guard his codex, his life's work, so that he may propagate the wisdom establishing guilds throughout the world, the first of which, Constantinople. We are at the last favor, Niccolo. He also gave him the 5 Masyaf keys, each one imbued with a message.
A message for who?
I shall tell. Ezio did know, but he must see Sophia safe. He arrives at the bookshop. Before leaving for Cappadocia, Ezio asked that Yusef keep an eye on Sophia while he was gone. Sophia was not there, but the bodies of Byzantine Templars and the body of his new friend, Yusuf Tazi, was.
Sisters, the whole city rises against us, while Yusuf's murderer waits and watches from the arsenal. Fight with me, and show him what it means to cross the assassins.
Ezio and the assassins enter the arsenal once more and find Ahmed, but he cannot kill him. He has Sophia.
Bring the seals to Galata Tower when you are ready, and Sophia will be spared. My brother's army will be here soon, Ezio. After that, everything changes.
Prince Suleiman is there to hear his uncle's secret. Ahmed follows the Templar order.
The world is a tapestry of many colors and patterns. A just leader will celebrate this, not seek to unravel it.
He fears the disorder that comes from difference.
Spare Malcolm if you can.
But your father?
No.
Ezio has the keys. He could head to Masyaf now and open the library, but there is no question of doing that yet. He must save Sophia. He heads to Galata Tower.
Now, the keys.
Sophia! Ezio has no choice. He relinquishes the Masyaf keys, climbs the tower, but it's a trick. Sophia hangs below, close to death. He must be quick.
I did not mean to drag you into this. I'm sorry, but I need to recover what they have taken.
I do not understand what is happening. Ezio, who are these?
As Ahmed leaves the city with the keys en route to the library, Ezio and Maria give chase. The Masyaf keys.
What now, Ezio? How does this end? I am wondering that myself.
Arriving back from the conflict with the Sultan, Ahmed's brother Selim has claimed the throne for himself.
Where is he? Where is the Sultan?
He stands before you, brother. Father made his choice. I am Selim, Suleiman's father. Were it not for his endorsement, I would have you killed where you stand. Leave this place. Do not return.
This is not your fight.
But when does one end and the next begin?
Back in 1506, in Rome, Ezio Auditore and his friend Leonardo da Vinci entered the Pythagorean vault and activated a pedestal. What they saw was not understood by either of them. Ezio was used to this. But back in 2012, the assassins knew them to be coordinates to a location. The assassins were now on their way there.
Phil, good to see you. I hope you have something for us. Absolutely. Sports and papers for everyone.
Crazy. Desmond's brain is lighting up like a string of firecrackers.
Here it comes. What is that?
Desmond's time in this partition of the Animus is coming to an end. He is nearing complete synchronization on the memories in its complete sync nexus, and this test program that has kept him safe is collapsing. With it, a consciousness that has done most to keep Desmond alive. Subject 16. He has a name. Clay Kazmarek. Unlike Desmond, he was not born into the Order. His parents weren't assassins. He was recruited, trained, covertly installed into Abstergo by this voice, William.
Greetings.
every intel and get out. And you will be one of us. And when done, he would be extracted by Lucy Stillman. Now, Lucy will give you direct access to this night. And once you have enough information, she'll get you out. Clay was not extracted. He knew too much. He was allowed to succumb to the bleeding effect by extended periods in the Animus until one day he stayed there, installing his consciousness permanently in the Animus, after which he took his own life. He knew also he knew that if our experiments with Desmond in the Animus we will move him from upstairs, take him somewhere he will feel comfortable, divulging his secrets. Desmond will lead you to the apple. And then you bring it right to us. You have served the Temple Aurora. Lucy died at the hands of the apple because she was instructed to take it to the Templars. At heart, it's an edge he was a Templar. Had her time with the assassins shifted this allegiance? A question that can now never be answered. As Clay Casmeric submitted his consciousness to the Animus, he was given his final task by Juno to make sure Desmond survives.
Help Desmond on this.
I will. As the test program collapses, his final act is to do just that.
What are you doing?
I'm saving you, idiot! Go! Back into the Animus, on the cusp of achieving his significance to experience one last memory.
Prefer a GLP-1 pill to lose weight?
So, I never intended to be super skinny. I've always been a big guy. But because I noticed how unhealthy I felt when I was bigger, I just wanted to feel healthy. And then my friend told me about weight loss programs.
Hims is now offering the Wacoda, an affordable GLP-1 that's FDA approved for weight loss. You can get started for just $39 a month with an active Hims membership. You take an online assessment, then connect with a licensed provider who determines if a prescription is right for you. Are you ready to see progress? Take the online consultation to get started. So this is the Wacoda, and it's the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss. In fact, you lose 20% of your body. Unlike other weight loss plans, Hims offers access to unlimited support. So you don't just get medication. You get a personalized treatment plan tailored to your goals, with no insurance required and no in-person visits. So if you're looking for the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss, this is the one. Take the online consultation to get started.
Here's how to start investing with just your spare change. With the Acorns app, every time you make a purchase, Acorns will round that purchase up to the nearest dollar and invest the spare change for you to a diversified portfolio. Get started today by downloading the Acorns app.
Ezio finds him for over 30 years. Like Desmond, like Altair, he did not choose this life. It was thrust upon him. He's tired. He embarked on this journey from his homeland in search of truth, reasons for the ways of this world, and his place within it. What he found was love. Deepened further by the long road to Masya, Sophia choosing to stay by his side as he completed this journey with the keys to the library.
For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers. I do not regret those years, but it is time to live for myself and let them go.
Then let go. You will not fall for it.
With 5 keys, Ezio opens Altair's library, sealed shut for 300 years.
You had better come on yourself.
I plan to.
Many shelves, no books, just a chair with a figure slumped within it.
Reminiscent of childhood.
Holding a 6th key. Ezio is transported to the day the library was sealed.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty. Go be with your family and live well.
Masyaf is no longer home to the assassins, but sealed in this tomb, it will be the final resting place of Altair. In it, he will guard the apple for a day he will never see, to share secrets with a person he will never meet. He sits with his large factory and waits.
Wall fortified!
And it's an artifact. I have seen enough for one life.
As it was when he met Minerva, he knows his purpose has not been to understand. His purpose was to reveal, and he senses this is his last revelation. As he listens, the apple is activated.
Desmond is talking to me. Who are we? Who have been so blessed to share our stories like this, to speak across centuries. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end.
Listen, Desmond has achieved his sync nexus. This is Jupiter. Like Minerva and Juno, he was one that came before. They are in a nexus of time, and he is here to illuminate Desmond on the work they did in the vault, trialing and testing methods to save the world. The Grand Temple, where they tested the most promising methods.
And then
Desmond would see the world as it was during their time. He saw the stellar catastrophe eviscerate everyone and everything save a handful of humanity, and even less of Jupiter's kind. But they worked together to rebuild and to renew. But what of the impending catastrophe prophesied by Minerva?
listen, you must go there. Take my word. Pass them from your hand into your hand. That is how you will open the way.
The assassins had travelled far, to the coordinates that Ezio showed them, to that place on Jupiter's globe.
Hey, look, his vitals are stabilizing.
He hears that voice again, that voice he knows so well.
Desmond, can you hear me? Son. I know what we need to go.
Desmond's purpose is still in motion. Here at the entrance to the Grand Temple, that his time with Ezio has come to an end. He has nothing left to show him. Ezio lived the remainder of his years in the Tuscan countryside. The pain he endured, reflecting on the lessons he had learned, and growing the family he started with Sophia. He found love, contentment, and finally, peace. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell to be informed of the next installment of this series. And if you would like to support the work that goes into the series, you can make a contribution via Ko-fi. Become a monthly channel supporter via Patreon, where you can receive advanced access 7 days before everyone else of all videos, ad-free. And if you would like to watch me discover this game, as I take a blind journey through the entire Assassin's Creed series, you can do so on my Let's Play playlist in the description below and the card above now. Watch this video next, support me here, and thank you to all the people on the screen now that make videos like this possible. I'm the Patient Wolf, and this has been the story of Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Why don't you just stop doing this? What if they go next? I'm trying everything to stretch out my gains for increase. I had time to test out endless side hustles, budget hacks, you name it. It always felt like the best I did wasn't alignment with my actual life. I know you know that feeling. Sitting out on dinners and date nights, movies, all just to wait for an imaginary day on the calendar, even though we're working that day. This is exhausting. But then we switched to earn. Now with credit, because I worked up to $150 a day with a max of $1,000. And guess what? There's no credit check, no interest, no mandatory fees. Earning isn't about needing money. It's about not waiting for the money you've already earned. If you're ready to stop waiting for payday and get the control you deserve, try earning today.
It's powerful enough to block real threats, but easy enough so anyone can use it. You install it, and it just quietly protects your devices in the background. If you need a more advanced protection, they provide easy steps for all anti-spam agents for it. And malware bites and browse with peace of mind.
This video was made subscription and learn how you can support videos like this. Desmond knows just what to do. His fellow assassins Rebecca, Sean, and now his father William know where he has to be. They would give him let him to him before. They've got him here. Desmond small village outside of New York, USA, to enter this grand tent. They hope a place where they can stop the impending catastrophe, this cataclysmic event. The ones who came before ultimately succumbed to an event like this thousands of years prior. They see Desmond as humanity's only hope for it to not happen again. The date prophesied for this apocalypse is December 21st, 2012. They have 52 days. Let's go. The apple, taken from the vault under the Colosseum, opens the ancient doors. The same apple that Juno worked through to stop it getting into Templar hands. Abstergo's hope was to use it for their satellite launch. Now, not to be. The apple was needed for this purpose. Another artifact found on the temple floor turns on the lights, but there is something missing. Something they need to access the inner chamber. Within it, they can understand how Desmond, can save humanity. Juno is here to help.
Friendly drone deployed. Our reinforcing that location.
This is the fifth installment of our ongoing story summary, the entire Assassin's Creed franchise, and you can watch the previous four playlists below. I'm Patient Wolf, and I'm a Let's Player and storyteller who is discovering and understanding the fascinating world of this franchise in real time. Playing games blind on my Let's Play channel, Patient Plays, creating story recaps and other little videos here on my main channel, Patient Wolf, and you can stay the best journey with me. Subscribe and hit the bell to be informed of the next videos. Patient Plays to enjoy detailed playthroughs as I discover the game. If you would like to
Found a bomb. Make your way to the location.
you can do so over on Patreon. Patrons get to watch all the videos well in advance. And I'm the Patient Wolf, and this is the story of Assassin's Creed 3. Desmond has travelled the ages, visiting his ancestors in his time on the Alps. He's been to the time of the Crusades with Altair. He has seen Renaissance Italy with Ezio. And now, here in the temple, as his friends and father place his unconscious body under the rapture of the effect and to Rebecca's newly updated plans, he needs to experience the darkness. His name is Connor. This is a story about family, about loss, hatred, revenge, duty, struggle, and sacrifice, but perhaps mostly for Connor, it's about belonging. But we're not ready for his story yet. To find the key to the inner chamber, Desmond needs to go back a little further, across the Atlantic to London. It's 1754. Invitation, please. Who is this man? He finds his target like an assassin. He scales the walls of the Opera House like one who prepares his hidden blade in a way Desmond has seen stolen many times. This assassin is here for something, just like Desmond. Here for the key. This man is Haytham Kenway, and he returns to surprise his fellow assassins and his master, Reginald Birch. They too search for the temple, fascinated by their knowledge of this lost civilization.
I hold in my hand the key. If this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before. Whatever waits behind those doors will probably close on
The future they find it first. They don't know what Desmond knows, but they were.
And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents. You're on this paper, names of 5 men.
User is no longer in your possession.
We booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves the door. Go forth, Nathan, and bring honor to us all.
Because of his 30th year, Haytham Kenway arrives in Boston on his brotherhood's search for the Grand Temple. Boston, the 18th century, at the very start of the century.
One friendly on America.
Colonized by over 2 million residents of French, between by Iranian Native Americans to their cause. In Boston in 1754, Haytham arrives to a city controlled by British redcoats. There is relative peace. Trade consists in the ports, but with a war brewing, poverty and discontent is on the rise.
Hey! Someone stop it!
Stop it. I got some of my favorite dishes from my different restaurant. You know. I ordered all of this using the Wonder app. It's a food delivery app, so that you can combine multiple different restaurants into one order. I got this zesty chicken rice bowl from the store Yasa's. I'm not gonna lie, I'm eating a little bit healthy right now, but they got barbecue. They got a whole bunch of different Wonder restaurants you can get it from. Oh yeah, that's the pizza hidden for. Apparently these little bites taste so good. It's like apparently like I don't open them.
Haytham Kenway has a job to do, and a list of names in which to help him. One of those names is waiting at the port.
Charles Lee, sir. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Charles has been given leave from the British Army to help Haytham set up his team in the centre of London. Brotherhood there has reach.
Now, I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve you over, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Charles is not part of their order yet, but admires and aligns with what they stand for. He is keen to impress Haytham.
No need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
That inn is the Green Dragon Tavern, and it will be the headquarters for all the work Haytham and his team will undertake in the coming years. With the help of Charles Lee, they begin to gather their names. Robert Johnson, a man with great knowledge of the surrounding lands and data. Thomas Hickey, a strong pair of hands with his ears to the ground of the criminal underworld. Benjamin Church, he's a binder and a fixer, and a doctor with a broad knowledge of the city. And finally, John Pitcairn. He will prove difficult to recruit. He currently serves the British soldiers. His commander, Edward Braddock. Braddock and Haytham share a history. They served their orders in brothers and brothers.
Edward was one of us at one time. I considered him a close friend. But everything changed at the siege of Bergen-op-Zoom. Killed. He maintained the violence as a more ambitious mission. That broke my heart.
Braddock is the same commander that Charles Lee serves, currently released to help Haytham. It's Charles Lee's connections that gets them in the barracks where Pitcairn is currently installed.
Haytham, General. It's lieutenants and superiors insisted I brought to you some Charles. But they said nothing about this traitor. You must be him.
Denied but not deterred, Haytham and Charles later ambush and patrol containing Pitcairn. They get their man to sustain Braddock.
Traitor! Go on then. Join him on their errand. Stay because for once my brother pushed our path for us. All debts will be forgotten.
Haytham has his team. He now sets about tapping their strengths.
We believe it's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to fight.
In his business pursuits, Johnson has long had dealings with the
Power landing.
and when he sees Haytham's artifact, he immediately makes a connection.
You must
Like
recover
the
the
value of
body.
your heart. Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
Johnson lacks this knowledge, but the Canyon Kahaka tribe may know more. This is not information they will give freely, especially to the British.
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they have.
There may be a way. Hickey hears rumour. Men moonlighting among the British are kidnapping and enslaving the native people. Freeing those captured while slaving the man in charge will also aid in control. Benjamin Church knows just the man capable of such an endeavour. A British soldier named Silas Thatcher.
A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
Their plan is simple. Disguise themselves, gain entry under guise of ferrying newly captured natives and shut down the operational order. But as Haytham takes his place at the helm of the slavers' carriage, he's focused on the task of waivers. One of the captured slaves is this woman.
We're here to help you, along with those held inside the Southgate Fort.
Free.
Not until we're inside the gate.
Using the woman and her tribespeople as cover, they announce their plan.
Delivery, Silas.
The slavers' ring destroyed, the captives liberated.
See? I'm freeing you, just as I said I would. Now, allow me to explain.
It is clear to Haytham that the trust they seek will take time. Who is this woman, and how has such a brief encounter made him feel this way? He must see her again, for his order's sake as well as his own. It would be months before Charles Lee finds a lead.
Word is she's been stirring up trouble just outside the city in a town called Lexington.
Haytham uses his innate skills passed down through the ages to track this elusive woman.
I come in peace. What do you want? You're right. What? I'm good, Theo.
That's T.
Just call me Theo.
With her name just as complex, the feelings in his heart plainly get snowballed. She recognizes the artifact immediately.
I've only seen such markings in one other place.
She is still reticent to share.
I'm not the enemy.
There is more Theo can gain from this man, just her freedom.
That's how most soldiers who seek to drive my people from these lands. They're led by a man who is a bulldog.
Edward Braddock.
You know him?
He's no friend of mine.
Haytham spared Braddock once through nostalgia, but his death will now pay for something far greater. Ridding this threat to Theo's people will earn the trust needed to learn this sacred place. Braddock's death is the key.
But first, we have to find him.
We take time spent together, gaining insight, putting plans in place, their connection grew.
It wasn't necessary. Thank you.
We should move on.
They have a plan. They know where he'll be, why he'll be there, and when.
We will ambush him here near the river. Go and gather your allies. I will do the same.
It will be 5 months before their plan would come to fruition. But with the assassins and their allies assembled, it was time to sabotage Braddock's expedition. He plans to take Fort Decay from the French.
Everything all right, sir?
Amongst his officers is a young, ambitious George Washington.
Just savoring
Proceed to bomb
French
location
lead.
and defend it.
Or they will die.
And its moment would be dashed. They are ambushed en route, and amongst the chaos, the assassins strike. In a red coat disguise, Haytham gets his chance.
Alright, camera. Mark.
This is a very special year because the youngest millennials are officially turning 30. Which will scare me. Get ready. Your 30s will change you, and that can be iconic. You'll go to bed early, you'll cancel plans, finally figure out what the APY means. So I'm partnering with Chime to give you the 411. It's time to glow up, financially. I know change is hard, like when we had to go from low-rise jeans to mid-rise. But put your money in a high-yield savings account, and that's the good kind of change. Growth. You can still have girl dinner and boy kibble. But when you get 5% cash back on groceries, that's woman dinner and man kibble. So it's true, millennials will never be in their 20s again.
One operator remaining.
But don't be a total drama queen about it, because we've got this. We burn CDs, but we're not burning cash. We fed our Tamagotchis. Now we're feeding our credit score. There's nothing we can't do. So get in, loser. We're about to have our best era yet. Oh, and one last thing, Gen Z. You're turning 30 next year.
Death opens a door. Nothing personal. Well, maybe it's a little personal. But we are brothers in arms. Once, perhaps, all those innocents slaughtered. And for what? We applied the sword more liberally and more often. The world would be a better place.
Haytham gives him the assassin blade, but takes
User is active.
They were
Protected at all
brothers,
costs.
but even within brotherhoods, method and purpose sometimes fail to align. Haytham sees this as a cleansing and strips him of his life and his place in the order. Zio's trust has now been earned, and she takes Haytham to the sacred site where the symbols match the amulet. With this key, the artifact glows as do the ancient symbols in the walls, but the key is not reliable.
This room is all there is.
I expected more. What do they mean?
It tells the story of your Ditzi's, her eyes still watch over us, her ears still hear our words, her hands still guide us, and her love still gives us strength.
With his heart unlocked, his consciousness swiftly closed it.
Stand our order.
It is time to recognize one of their own. Just as the recruits in times past are inducted, it is time for a ceremony.
He has proven himself a loyal settlement of unerringly since the day he came to us.
Initially teased privately for being a sycophant, overeager, too keen to please, the assassins have accepted him, and it is vital to their success he becomes a man.
Friendly drone deployed. Op is reinforcing its location.
The ceremony had perhaps changed throughout the ages. Levantine assassins sacrificed a finger. The assassins of Italy saw fit only to brand their loyalty. Now here, in Boston, this fledgling brotherhood of the Americas acted only for a ring. But Desmond did not recognize the tone of the ceremony. He did not chime with those he had seen before. Better it was off. Something was not right.
Together, we will usher in the dawn of a new world. One defined by purpose.
Insertion
and
in
order.
10 seconds.
You are a Templar.
5 seconds, sir.
Wait, what? May the Father of Understanding
Found a
guide
bomb.
us.
Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Desmond's ancestry had included a Templar. There were signs obvious to him now, but he had not the time to feel duped by time. After all, they knew him and the king. They must follow its trail. To do this, they must follow the DNA. Not only did Haytham earn Zio's trust, he also earned her love. And in reciprocating that love, they spent a stolen spell together, which they know. They stepped away from both of their worlds for a moment, and for a short time created their own in the wilderness. But unbeknownst to Haytham, Zio returned to her world bearing his child. Her lineage passed from father to son. To follow the trail of the king, Desmond must now live remembrance, right on the edge. Desmond need not gone, but in the Grand Temple, Desmond struggled with his immediate lineage. Desmond left the assassin in 1916. He was captured by the Templars. Since escaping, he spent little time outside the service of his cause. The cause, for a time, he felt his father imposed upon him.
I'm sick of being a goddamn father. I thought it'd make a difference. I mean, you're my father, but it turns out you're no better than the fucking Templars. Maybe I pushed a little too hard, asked a little too much, but try and remember exactly what's at stake here.
The emotional disconnection, the one that turned him from his family, from his cause, still exists. But since the moment he entered the Animus, he has seen firsthand the cause of the assassins through the ages. The oppression of the Templars, the gravity of the impending catastrophe. He does not need to have the cause imposed upon him by anyone. He knows what he must do. This is his cause. Within the Animus, he must follow the king, but within the Temple, they have some problems. They need to find more sources of power, like
Ready to eliminate all possible.
in order to power the temple sufficiently to gain access to the inner chambers, they need more. This task lies on
The TikTok database. I can cross-reference these particular devices with database. I'm lucky.
The ones who came before led them to this temple. The spectre of Juno seems to be present. She appears sporadically, urging the assassins to keep going, to unlock the secrets within.
It's not morning, or is she a ghost? I can't shake the feeling of being watched.
I don't know why they had to make this all so complicated. I mean, if they need something from me, they should just come out and say it.
Throughout Desmond's journey, he has met this triad of characters: Juno, Minerva, Jupiter, and Celes.
I don't need a blood test. Just a cold.
Maybe you'll find something down here. Mystery between them and why.
Desmond doesn't need coaxing from Juno. He enters the Animus, a new ancestor beckons.
The money's there, and I earned it, but I can't access it. Why would I have to wait for the money that I've earned? It's my money, give it to me now. Earn it, access it. pay you've already earned instead of waiting until payday. Here's how to get started. Download Earn It. Connect the bank account where your paycheck goes. Then you see how much money you can cash out. You can get up to $150 a day with a max of $1,000 between paydays. Being able to take that power for yourself, that's a game changer for sure. Download Earn It and access your pay now.
I don't even know what the fuck happened. Why the fuck would niggas even kill me? That shit makes no fucking sense.
Despite being a child of two worlds, he was not close. Their village was in part of the remote valley. Despite the importance of the valley as a route to the frontier by colonists, they still kept their lands, choosing not to fight with the French during the 7 Years' War. However, looking to stay impartial, hoping to be ignored, the village was near that cave. Those symbols. They saw it as part of their culture to protect its mysteries. Madunagaden's mother, Zio, the daughter of the clan mother, traded that mystery. She loved Hatham once, but she knew him, and feared that Hatham's darkness, his lust for control, would rear itself in her son. But at this age, she just saw a playful, curious child, and did her best to create a safe and loving world there. On the day her child went out to the valley to play, that world ended.
What have we here? You familiar? Where have I seen you before? We have questions for your elders. Only tell us where your village is, boy, and you can go.
For Desmond, this is not the quiet, helpful, unassuming Charles Lee he had seen through the eyes of Haytham. This was a man with the eyes of hate, and meant harm to the Mogul people. Madunagaden would never tell.
You are nothing, a speck of dust. You and all your ilk. But I am not one guy. Let them know the sooner we are given what we seek, the sooner you can return to your pathetic, empty arms.
What is your name?
Charles Lee. Why do you ask?
So I can find you.
Awakening from the black, Madunagaden rushes back to the place he feels safest. But he hadn't seen a white man before. These people with desire and disdain in their eyes. Despite his outward bravery, he had never been so scared in his life. If he were to describe evil, what he saw in the eyes of this man would be it. And that evil had found his village. The men didn't need his help to find it. It was a blaze burning in the name of ambition and greed. He had one thought: his mother. They say, to raise a child takes a village, and this village we built. Raised Madunagaden with love. The clan mother, his grandmother, loved him and knew there was a plan for him. 9 years later, he was 13. His loss was still with him, but he had grown strong. He climbed, he hunted better than anyone his age, better than his best friend, Amandolga. He never leaves them away. He does his best to elevate his peers. The valley is still a paradise to them, with all the bounties they would ever need, but more and more colonists are on the scene, and it's only a matter of time before they settle in, forcing his tribe out. They gather special items for a ceremony called by the clan mother. Madunagaden has no idea what awaits him. Crowds part, the clan mother knows it's time for him to understand his destiny. why they do not wander like the other tribes, why they hide from the conflict ruining their lands, but they have a purpose that transcends this, and to protect what's sacred. Grandmother presents the artifact that has been entrusted to them through the ages, the peace of Eden. Its purpose is to deliver a message to one individual, to show what might be and what might have changed. On touching the artifact, Gerdon is transported to the Nexus.
Please, Guardian.
Juno.
You will bring to him the last piece that he may open the door.
I do not understand.
Nor need you.
In the form of an eagle, the Nexus takes him through the probability of time, how a malevolent group planned to seize their lands, destroy their sanctuary. Juno explains his special lineage.
Many will change the world. Who will change the world. So too shall you.
He and his people know it only as the sanctuary. They'll never know it as the temple and what it holds within it. He knows only that he is chosen to save his people, to protect this site. For if the men with evil in their eyes enter it too soon, it will mean the end. Gerdon must save his home and his people at all costs. He must then retrieve the key.
What am I to do?
You will learn a man who will provide additional training. Seek this symbol.
So, one particular thing about me is I will spend an entire day dying with a stacked duelist in my planner.
As he emerges from the Nexus, he scrambles to remember this symbol. It is his first breadcrumb. The clan mother knows it well. Once upon a time, her daughter, his mother, sought help from this same man. He lies to the east. It is 1769, and at 13 he would leave the Mohawk Valley for the first time and enter the frontier. He feared what lay ahead, but knew the fate of his people if he chose inaction. He will find this man, and after days of travel, he does, at the homestead described by the grandmother.
I was told you could train me.
This had not been outcome he had rehearsed during those miles through the frontier, but there was no question of him giving up. The homestead was grand, but it used to be grander. It had clearly been neglected in its structure and surroundings. He used his ramshackle stables to rest and shelter, persisting daily, meeting the same outcome.
Get the hell off my land!
He would not even when the skills he wished to learn were used against him.
You lied. Stay this course. The only thing you can't.
Fear had never been a deterrent for him again.
But it's something more than
a student tool. He thinks his wound in the stables. His chance to break through to the old man would arrive in the form of bandits. He had stripped the homestead of third value. The Gerdon's fighting skills were completely at drive. The man could see this.
Thank you.
This is Achilles' Everport. Like the house he hides within, he is old, broken, and past his best. Like Lieutenant Gerdon, he is a man of different colour to the European colonists who were then entitled to greed and oppression to this land. He once defended himself and others against this. Mentor of the colonial order assassins, but both the brotherhood and his will was broken and collapsed. He did not know it, but inviting Lieutenant Gerdon in, he had invited in hope. Hope he thought was lost forever.
My name is Rama Hagdadon.
Well, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that.
I was told to seek this symbol. The spirit said that
Nice. It's I've been harassing the assassins for centuries. Ever since Ezio uncloaked the body. But you don't know what you assassins.
Over the course of that long evening and into the night, Lieutenant Gerdon found out about the history of the Brotherhood, the Templars, the ones who came before and about his lineage. Painful truths like his father, Nathan, the leader of the Templars, will stand in the way of his ultimate mission. To save his people, to protect their secret, he is and has the key to all of this. He also remembers those eyes. Charles Lee is a Templar, and now an enemy in more ways than one. The man responsible His mother's on them. They had to die, don't they? All of them. Even my father. Jesus. Decisions. They come in to there's something to show. You can just come in here, those open and pull yourself inside. I did not. I would never presume. Before that, he needs to prepare himself for everything that is to come. When he sought comes to pass. Achilles spends the next weeks, months, indeed years training him. His body and his mind, sculpting him into the beginnings of an assassin. He is exposed to history, philosophy, politics, and how to kill. While feeding Written again to the wisdom he needs, he's also fed life into himself. This is a future he cannot care to fathom before. With that, a care to improve the house, the homestead around him, to make a home instead of a prison. The closest city, Boston, has some of the supplies needed to do this. Written again sees the beauty, bedlam, and bureaucracy of the big city of Boston for the first time. He's all by it. There is so much life here. So many opportunities. He also learns its dangers and how to avert the gaze of the redcoats, to blend in and divert, and also how to get around the city fast and undetected. Achilles explains the change that started to brew on his new lands. The British spent big in their 7 Years' War against the French. Their efforts to tax the colonists pay for it on their disdain. There was talk of revolution, but will that also be for the few? Maybe it is this chain in the air that prompts Achilles to suggest change. Then again, for some reason, your skin is severe enough that you might pass for one with Spanish or Italian blood. What would you call me then? Achilles knows instinctively. Connor. Yes. That would be a name. So Connor has a new name, home, a new life, a new mentor. His mother once worried that he may inherit some of his father's nature. Our nature reacts to the movements and mentors around us. Conrad absorbs and adopts the assassin philosophy with all his heart, perhaps never to be wavered or broken. In all his fibre, he is a guardian, as Juno called him. He would choose to guard the freedom of all those denied it, denied by men like his father. The biggest lesson he was to learn went against his nature. His patience. He knows he needs to spend time absorbing everything he can if he's to spend up to the skills of his father. It's not until 1773, his 17th birthday, that both he and Achilles believe he can begin his fight. If you're going to stand a chance against two brothers, you're going to lose. And this. With your tools and training, your targets and goals, and now your title. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Connor. He is now ready to take the fight to Charles Lee, to the Templars, to his father. Try shopping online. Download today. Get started.